Please. Who we got next? Do we have it?
It's Reimachu and J.T.C.
Oh, Reimachu. Oh, Reimachu and J.T.C.
Oh,
okay,
Reimachu.
all right.
Okay.
This will be interesting to see.
I haven't seen Reimachu play in a while.
Yeah, really. I think I think I've only seen him play once, and that might have been like a year and a half ago. Pretty sure he doesn't even know I exist.
It's good to see him back though. I assume he's bringing up Yoshi unless things have changed.
Yeah, if what I understand is correct, he does play Yoshi, but J.T.C's been dabbling in a lot of Mewtwo lately, which I do think is a smart choice, just because it is a good bit better than DDD.
Not loyal though.
Nah. Loyalty
it's
only
to your brain instead of your heart.
Hey man, sometimes loyalty will only get you so far. Oh well. We'll see what happens. But I would like to see if we're going to see DDD or Mewtwo from J.T.C. If he stays to what he's been practicing lately, he's probably going to...
Oh, he's pulling up.
Oh, all right.
The Pink Yoshi signature. Oh, not the Pink Yoshi.
So this will probably be like an old Slidell throwback, like this before I even knew what this place was, admittedly. Go here at Ye Old Smashville. I guess we're starting off raw and dirty. Here we go. Oh, Jesus. Okay.
42% right there.
Yeah, we're gonna start 482 from a Gordo startup, and yeah, I imagine that's gonna be the biggest thing DDD will face in this matchup is if Yoshi gets in enough, he'll be able to put on enough pressure to keep DDD from being able to even throw out anything, just because his frame data is so bad. But at the same time, he does have some pretty good spacing to combat Yoshi's standard attacks as opposed to the egg throws. And down smash, killing from that far in stage.
That was meaty.
I mean, I know it's strong. Don't get me wrong. I know it. Okay, double back here. Wow, that was nasty. Triple back here. He's a bear machine. He's a bear plane. That's it.
And Didi just trying to land.
There's a good up air to catch the attempt at a forward air read, but.
I think he had the air dodge read.
Yeah.
Gordo's just too slow on setup.
Oh, he's trying to use Gordo, but that smash charge actually getting Reimachu killed for that back air. Just for those of you that don't know, if you're caught charging mid-smash, that'll add extra knockback to an attack that you get hit by. So because of that, it caused Reimachu to die a lot earlier than he would have. But that was a quick game one in J.T.C's favor.
J.T.C was able to establish control early on, starting with that 42% easy Gordo setup, and it just went downhill from there.
Yeah, apparently we're going back. We'll have to see if
now he's
Reimachu. Oh, hello. I mean, I don't understand the switch after that. After you have a win. Excuse me.
Maybe he wants to warm up the Mewtwo.
Yeah, he might.
Hey, Forkies. Hey, Forkies. Hey.
But yeah, I imagine he's probably either warming up Mewtwo for future bracket, or it could just be so that way Reimachu doesn't get savvy to his DDD.
Right, exactly. Either way, I mean, he doesn't have much to lose being ahead 1-0 in the set. So.
Well, yeah. But Reimachu keeping this one a lot closer than the last game, nonetheless. Trying to go for a hard forward smash, okay. Up smash, only getting the very butt end, but that forward air, gonna take that first stock. We'll see how much extra credit he can rack up. Because even despite the character switch, J.T.C is still kind of in the lead, but only being able to rack up a 9% extra credit before getting tacked there. Oh, hello. All right. Reimachu trying to amp up the pressure a little bit, but J.T.C being really smart with the spacing of his attacks here. Like, it's just enough to keep Yoshi from being able to get in with any kind of retaliatory range. Oh, reading the...
Trading
Actually reading
whip
that.
grabs.
Yeah. Yeah, both of these guys are playing very carefully right now.
Reimachu doesn't want to get sent to losers right here.
Yeah. I mean, admittedly, I wouldn't want to either, so you can't really blame it. Though, forward smash, yeah, it's way too low of a percent to do anything at this point, but nonetheless, Reimachu possibly could take this game at this rate if he keeps it up. But
building up the rage, Reimachu being light,
yeah, if he keeps gaining momentum, that ground pound might take it that early. Okay, so it's game 2 in Reimachu's favor.
Okay, so now J.T.C. has to be considering switching back to DDD because game 1 went a lot different than game 2. So.
Yeah, not just different, very much more smoothly and one-sided, admittedly. Because throughout the entirety of that second game, that was I think that was overall pretty close.
Oh, it was very close.
Whereas in game 1, he just kind of he just kind of snowballed over.
But he's staying you too.
Wow. Okay, I'm
switching to pinky.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm very surprised by that. I honestly thought he would have switched.
Man has something to prove.
But nonetheless, man's apparently got faith in himself. So I suppose we'll see what happens. We're seeing a lot of smashes come out from J.T.C. I'm actually kind of wondering if those are intentional or not. Oh my goodness. Those moments scare me. Like, not even if I know the forward air is not going to connect, you still can't help but think, oh man.
If it does, you know.
Because you just see it there. Which is actually...
So I wonder if he brought Reimachu to Battlefield to avoid the side B, the down B, ground pound.
Yeah, it's possible. Though I imagine getting dragged up from the first hit would still allow him to get hit. I would think the Battlefield counter pick would probably be more based on being able to live just a little longer.
Okay.
And actually, speaking of ground pound, it actually gets Reimachu a lost stock here. The J.T.C. being aware that he could just easily reach through with a smash. Although this does look like a very similar situation to the last game. Whereas J.T.C. took the first stock, and then Reimachu went ahead and bought it back. He'll need to be very careful in terms of not getting greedy. Yep, we're not quite going to do it. Oh my goodness, he almost timed that. Oh, good tech, but not quite being able to port back to the stage. That's very unfortunate on J.T.C.'s part. And we're once again in a pretty close overall game. But yeah, J.T.C. I think needs to go back to actually spacing Reimachu out like he had been in the previous games.
Yeah, he's just getting all in his face right now.
It seems like he's going for a more overall hard reads as opposed to him just maintaining neutral power. Oh, it's a good bait for a shield. Okay, that was pretty good spacing on the forwarder. J.T.C. might be able to might have gained the momentum he needed, but he'll still need to be very careful because these two are very different characters weight-wise. So I think it's fair to say that they're both at death percent at the moment.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, this is getting tense. One big hit from either one of these players could seal the deal. Oh,
perfect! Very nice.
I thought that was it. I honestly thought that was it.
Can't believe that
Sour
shield
spot
came
fair
out
tagging
fast
him, but not quite going to get the kill he needs. And that was a very curious stage jump off. But he wanted it, and he's going to get punished for it handily. J.T.C.
The down B had taken stocks for him and took stocks against him.
Down B's a fickle master. Very fickle master, but
So he was able to pull it off with me too.
yeah. Yeah, that faith in himself apparently worked out just fine. But I would have liked to see Reimachu be a little more careful himself, because that was a very, very hard read he was making with that down B. Like, even with the distance that J.T.C was, it seemed like it was just a pure risk option at that point.
More risk than reward.
Yeah.
But then again, if he would have landed it, it could have been the other way around. So.
Well, yeah, supposedly. But, I mean, given how Memento was clearly swinging in his favor near the end there, I think that seemed like a pretty rash option.
That's true.
So, I mean, why not just let it carry you and just kind of let it tilt your opponent, as opposed to just going all in. It just seemed like an unnecessary option, but